prepared really well. And unfortunately tonight we had too many people that were off. I think it's normal to have one person off every now and then, but collectively we had too many people that were a little bit off their game and not quite clicking together. And, unfortunately that was the meet. So I could look at a lot of different areas as ways we can improve and ways that we can grow from it. But ultimately, I think it's going to come down to the team really deciding that this is going to be a moment that they circle, that they learn from, grow from, and make sure that they figure out the tweaks that we need to make moving into next week, which will be another big matchup.
Was there anything in particular that you think you could put your finger on that led to them being off this meet?
I really can't put my finger on something. Again, I think it just comes down to we can afford to have one little mistake. We just can't have two. And we had too many events that one mistake led to another mistake. And I think instead we've got to be able to flip that energy, not let one performance determine the next performance, and manage that situation better.
How do you approach Shania? What do you tell her? And then what's the plan with her moving forward? Is it more keeping the faith, or do you kind of switch things up a little bit? What's the plan?
Yeah, Shania was off tonight. She's normally a great competitor, and she is capable of contributing really on 4 events at a high level. Tonight was the first night that she threw Yurchenko 1.5 on vault. She hasn't done that in a couple of years, and that was one of our big goals tonight, was to get that out there. It's a 10-0 start value instead of a 9.95, and she's been, again, training it really well. She warmed it up clean, and it just didn't quite transfer into competition. And so all I can think of is that, maybe she let that get to her a little bit. That was important for our team to gain that experience of having one more 10-0 start value and just see how it goes. And so we'll learn from that. We'll figure out the tweaks that we need to make. We've got a lot of other vaults that are ready to go, and we'll just continue to work hard at it.
This is the third, I believe, straight or third time this season you guys have faced a top 10 opponent. Early on, learning these lessons, how is it so crucial for these girls to go up against the best of the best and learn how to handle adversity so early on?
It's great preparation for us to week after week have to face the top competition, and we don't take any week lightly, even if they're not a top 10 matchup. I mean, we still have to bring our A game, and we have to keep learning and growing. And tonight, again, it didn't quite go our way, but, if we fixed 2 of those mistakes, we would have been a 197.5 team. And so, I think it's important not to make too much of it, to really boil it down to where was the root of the issue, what are the corrections that we need to make, and then use this opportunity to grow from. It's normal to have struggle. It's normal to have adversity. It's really just all about how we respond and how we make sure we don't let the mistakes that happened tonight happen again.
Jamison scored a career high tonight on vault. She scored a 9.9. That was the highest score you guys had on vault. What was that like just as a team and for her to have that highlight tonight?
It was great to see Jamison's work pay off tonight. She's been consistent with sticking that vault in training, and so we knew it was just a matter of time before she really drilled one in a meet. So those little moments are big for our team to get to celebrate the breakthroughs, being able to watch them in training do 5 to 10 reps where they see somebody drill a landing like that. So to be able to see that transfer into competition, I think it's a big confidence builder, and it also kind of helps everybody feel confidence that if they keep working that way, that it's going to pay off too.
Chloe LaCourcier started out really strong on the uneven bars, but we've kind of seen a little dip. Do you think that's a confidence thing, or is it just like a hiccup in the road? What do you think about her performance the past couple weeks?
It's a big adjustment, especially for freshmen coming into this new college journey. Typically in club gymnastics before they get to college, they compete a few times, but not nearly the amount that we compete. We week after week have to be on top of our game, and there's travel and other wear and tear and academics. And so I think it's just a matter of adjusting to a new schedule, having to really figure out how to peak week after week. And so this will be another good opportunity to kind of talk through management system, making sure that all the other pieces are that we're working on to help her feel at her best every Friday night.
You've kind of hit on this earlier, but with how strong of a start to the season y'all have had, I know this isn't what you wanted tonight, but do you think that a little bit of adversity can be good for this team and maybe a little bit of a reality check?
Absolutely. I never want to waste a good opportunity to learn, to grow, to really figure out the root of issues and how we can make sure that we get better. And so I hate that happened tonight. But I do think, overall we walked away healthy. We had no injuries tonight. We have a full squad. And I think if anything, this is going to light a pretty big fire under everybody.
Sorry, Louisa had a bit of an off night, at least by her standards, especially on the balance beam. Could you just talk about that and her potential bounce back next week?
Yeah, Louisa tonight, as soon as she finished her beam performance, she came over and she said, "I'm so sorry." And it kind of breaks my heart when I hear things like that, because that these ladies, they want to be a 10-0 every time they get up there. And so it's really hard to battle that feeling of needing to be perfect with knowing that you're human, and sometimes things happen like that. So I think for Louisa, she again will take that experience, learn from it, make sure not to put too much pressure on it the next time she gets up.